Hey, what's happening, everybody? Sean Kitzman from Sustainable Massage Practices. In today's video, I'm going to give you a simple equation of how to break down your business and be able to set price. And be able to set a price that you can actually live off of. A lot of people arbitrarily set prices just because that's what their local market is doing. But that's not always necessarily the best indicator. So this is actually from a blog post that I wrote a while back on Medium. I will put the blog post in the content description below, and you can go check that out if you'd like. But I'm gonna do a pretty. I hope I do a pretty decent job of explaining it right now. So your equation is expenses plus location plus experience. So expenses is a super important part, and expenses and location actually go hand in hand together. And I'll talk about location first. I don't believe that location is the ultimate thing that either gets or keeps or loses you clients. I think location is something that is, so long as you're providing value for your clients, is a little arbitrary. And I'll tell you how I know this. I had a practice in downtown Brighton, starting from 2008 to I think 2012, and I was in a super convenient location downtown. It was off of the main four. The building was not so nice, but it suited my needs. The rent was fairly cheap. I had my own office. I had a bathroom in my office. I had a nice waiting room and a place where I could have an office outside of where my workroom was. A decent parking, and like I said, it was close to downtown. And then in 2012, the building owner the building owners actually sold that building to the DDA of Brighton because the building was in a little bit of disrepair, and for them to actually rehab the building, it would have cost them quite a bit of money. So they sold the building, and the DDA, or the city of Brighton, tore the building down. So I was faced with finding a new building or a new location, or do massage in the parking lot, and it gets pretty damn cold in Michigan in the winter. So I was already teaching martial arts at a gym, and I negotiated out some space inside the gym for my massage practice. Now, the gym was actually about 10 minutes southeast of where my practice was in downtown Brighton, and it was a little bit of a pain in the ass to get to. You had to go over the river and through the woods a little bit. But what I found is that nobody really cared. Yeah, they complained a little bit, but it didn't change them from coming to see me or not. And I also did that last year. August of 2015, I moved my practice from from Brighton, Michigan, all the way up to Fenton, which was about 30 minutes. I lost about 40% of my clients. I knew I was going to, but I kept 60, and that's pretty darn good. And again, clients complained a little bit about the distance, but I provided value for them, so they came in to see me. So I think location is kind of important, but you really don't want to make yourself location poor. Instead of spending that money on a super nice building and a super nice end of town, save a couple $300 to $500 a month and go actually take continuing ed so that you can provide better value for your niche market, and then you can then raise your prices because you're providing more value, and then you can be in the cool, sexy location later on down the road. Let's talk about experience. Actually, let's talk about expenses a little bit. Keep your expenses low. That's why I'm a huge fan of making content. Make content so that you are educating the type of client that you want to have. I don't believe in 2016 you need to be spending a ton of money on advertising. Since 2008, I spent $300 in advertising. I moved to Minneapolis. I already had a place to work, and I've got 5 regular clients right now, and I'm supposed to be getting referred 2 more this week. So pretty soon I could have 7 regular clients, and I've done that with zero money out of my pocket. It's all about networking, and it's all about providing value and creating a culture and a community of people that you can that respect you and you respect them. So keep your expenses low. Again, if your target market is people who are really picky about the type of sheets and the type of lotion that you need to use, then you need to spend money on that accordingly. But don't go above and beyond with it. So got to keep your expenses low. Big part of keeping your expenses low, Keep your location, choose your location well. Last thing that we're going to talk about, and this is super important as well, is experience. So, I think that when people start to come out of school, they have this grand notion they're going to make all this money. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that ain't going to happen. It's going to take some work. There's skill sets that you need to figure out. And experience is going to help that out a lot. Coming out of massage school, it's like just getting your training wheels off. You can't do any tricks yet. You can barely ride down the road. You need a lot of seasoning in order to actually get to the point where you can charge a decent amount of money. I also don't think that you should, give your work away for free, or $40 for an hour, or $40 for an hour because you're working out of your damn house, right? I think you need to set the price that's fair to the rest of the people in your market. But you also aren't going to make what someone that's been in practice for 25 years, they're going to make more than you do. Why? Because they got more experience. They're able to go through things that quick that takes a student or a person that's got 3 years into practice a really long time to figure out. So experience is super important. If you want to get better at that, do what I suggested in the first place, which is don't get the super sexy location. Get a location that's pretty nice, suits your needs, but you have some extra money so you can throw it into continuing ed. Because the fastest place that you're going to make up your money and start to be able to set your price higher and higher and higher is in continuing ed. If you get yourself dialed in so you're really providing value for your clients and you're providing value for the community, you'll watch your clientele base increase a ton. And it gives you a ton of leverage with new clients, existing clients, and also people who you network with and your referral partners. You can be bold as hell when you know that the quality of work that you do is really, really, really good. And the biggest place that massage therapists screw up is they do stupid continuing ed. They don't target their niche market, and by not targeting their niche market, they have all of these different things that they do. So I wanted to throw this video out there because I thought it was important. Like I said, check out the blog below. There's a little bit more information in there that I think that'll help out because it gives you some places to look for things. But go out, find yourself some killer clients. Really, really focus on providing value. And I'm telling you what, if you can provide value and you can find clients who value your work and that you love to work with, you will be in this industry for a long, 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 long time. That's my number one secret for me. That's what I did, and that's what I continue to do. I provide value, and I work with people who value my work. All right, see you soon, and remember, practice makes improvement.